to essentially say enough is enough. He's going to focus on finishing out his term. So just truly a significant Senate election year, Alex.
Absolutely right. This historic moment coming at 1:46 Eastern Time with this letter to the American people from President
Crisis
Biden.
mode, ladies and gentlemen. Crisis mode.
We're joined now by
Don't do anything else.
Jeff, walk us through what comes next. We're just now a month out.
We are in crisis mode right now, ladies and gentlemen. Unprecedented.
Months in American politics. The Republican convention ended.
Unprecedented, ladies and gentlemen. Unprecedented. We are in crisis mode like we've never been in crisis mode. What the heck is going on?
There are many
seriously
questions being asked of, but in terms of the Democratic,
let me make sure I got this correct. Has anyone seen the news?
Biden officials,
Has anyone seen the news?
They were.
It's ridiculous.
Just moments before the president sent his letter out, so this is still being digested.
Yeah, I'm sick to my stomach too. Has anyone seen the news? This is bizarre. This is bizarre stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
On Wednesday,
we got a situation on our hands.
How the week plays out. Does he extend his endorsement or support for Vice President Harris? That, I'm told, is...
Well, it makes sense that you extend your endorsement to Kamala Harris. Now, champ, come on now, stop playing around. What are we doing?
Have the decision here, but what we know, the time frame of beginning August 1st to August 7th. So this is an extraordinary moment.
What are we talking about today, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear this. Let's hear this out, ladies and gentlemen, because let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Let me open up the box. Yes, people have been reaching out to me, asking me, have I heard what's been going on? And yeah, I heard what's going on, and let's just get straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we don't got much time. It's Sunday. I'm supposed to be watering the grass, family and stuff like that. I ain't got time for this. Nutty, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? Nutty, are you there?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Yeah. You heard the latest and the greatest, right? You know, there's stuff going on out here. I just can't believe what I'm hearing. Yes, can you hear me, Nutty?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Are you there?
Testing.
Can you hear me, Nutty?
1 2 1 2.
Yeah. Hold
yes, sir.
on, are you there? Jesus
yes, sir.
Christ.
I'm here.
This app is a little rusty, ladies and gentlemen. Please bear with us. But all right, what do you got to say, Nutty? All right, Nutty. What do you got to say, my brother? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Nutty Professor. All right, that's Nutty Professor. All right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we normally don't have these kind of lives on a Sunday, but due to the gravity of things, all right, you know what we got to do? We got to talk business, all right? We're talking business today, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Let me see what we got right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what we got right now. All right. Okay, I guess that'll work. All right. Well, it seems like my background's back. Yeah, we got a problem on our hands right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got a serious problem. All right. Look at that. I got my background. All right, let's get this out of the way. Who do we have? All right. Tiffany, for the people. I'm going to try to talk to my fellow Americans right now. We're in a bit of a constitutional crisis. How are you doing, Tiffany? How are you doing?
Oh, we are in a constitutional crisis. Sorry this is happening on a Sunday, man. Like, well, any day, right?
Right. I was watering the grass. I was laughing, and I was having a great time, you know, enjoying my weekend. And then I got this news that Joe Biden is stepping down. All right. Well, do we know who he's talking to and who he wants to? Kamala.
They're saying Kamala is who he's endorsing.
Oh, Kamala, really?
Which obviously I love. I'm just worried about the misogyny, Zeus. I'm worried about the misogyny. I'm worried about the racism. I'm worried about.
Yeah.
She will handle Trump's ass. Sorry, you gotta.
So we think that Kamala is going to be replacing him. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well,
because this is not that big of a deal. I mean, he got us as far as he needed to get us, right? And Kamala is a great replacement. She's a prosecutor. She could prosecute the case. So is that where we're at, Kamala?
I believe so. I mean, I don't know. How does it like yeah, like so if he doesn't run for the next election, so then basically someone else is going to run in his place.
Yeah, yeah. You know what we ought to do? Let's open it up, right? We got a couple of people who want to come up
Yeah,
here,
let's all have a
and I don't want to really hog the light today. It's Sunday, right? Hi, Toy. How are you doing? Let's hear from some real people, real Americans. All right, Soul Buster. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Sunrise.
God,
Talk to Zeus.
this
Talk
is
to Zeus.
awful. I feel so stressed. I feel nauseous. I
Mm-hmm.
just I feel like we're in a fever dream. Nightmare, really. And
Right.
if they pass up Kamala, they're going to lose the black vote because
Right.
you're basically playing in our faces and saying that she's not qualified enough to be president, only vice president, and not even that, right? They're
Right.
mad at that fact already. So I just, and then there's things going around about how in certain states you can't put someone on the ballot after the DNC a certain date, some certain amount of days after. I just don't understand how a felon can run for president, but someone can't be replaced in case of an extreme situation. It's
Right.
just
Right. I need somebody to make sense of this all to Zeus right now. I mean, Biden dropping out. Potentially it's Kamala Harris, but we don't really have confirmation of who it is. This looks like a bit of some trouble for the Democrats right now, right? Doesn't it look like we're in a little bit of trouble?
Well, I am physically sick to my stomach, Zeus, to be completely honest with you. I've actually been crying, not just because it's Biden, it's just because I'm scared. I'm scared of what's coming because of what's coming. And
I don't trust the Democrats. I don't
Lord
trust
have
the
mercy.
elites won. The elites that he was going to raise their taxes on,
Lord have mercy.
all these news organization CEOs and all the billionaires and all the millionaires, they were the ones that were going to be hit with his tax cuts, and so they got him out. And that's how I see it. And then you've got these states that are saying that they're not going to, they're already challenging if anybody else is put on the ballot except for him. And we already know the SCOTUS, if it goes to SCOTUS, they're compromised. They're gonna hand this over to Trump, I'm telling you.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Well,
he's endorsing. Biden put out a letter stating he's endorsing endorsing Harris. So if that's the case, and if that has to be the case, there's no other. There is nothing else. It has to be Kamala. And if the fuck it ain't, we got a serious
So
problem.
we're okay
Excuse
with
me,
Kamala
Bruce.
Harris. We're okay with Kamala
I'm
Harris.
good with Kamala. I'm
I'm good
straight
with her.
with Kamala.
She's more
Is
than-
Oh, Nemo, I see you,
America,
Nemo.
is
Let's get up here.
America good with Kamala? See, we're the ones, we black women, and I know other people know, but us black women know that's a double whammy. She's black and she's a woman.
Okay, that's
So
good.
is
That's good.
America ready for a strong black woman to go
I
ahead and take this nation?
absolutely
Because I'm
am.
ready.
I
I'm
am.
ready.
I
And
am.
know
I'm ready
she
for
will
Kamala.
she will destroy that orange demon.
Let's go.
She will
Okay.
destroy that
Thank you. Bring me back home.
orange demon.
I was
She will
feeling a little
tear him
down.
apart. No,
Thank you.
she will tear him apart. He does not stand a chance against her
Thank you, everyone.
on
Thank
any
you, everyone.
day.
Y'all
But
make
I'm
me
gonna
feel a
tell
lot
us
better.
Democrats, we need to stand the F up right now and stand behind Kamala.
Go
This
ahead.
is no joke. Our
Go
lives
ahead.
are at stake. Our kids' lives are
Amen.
at stake. This is real life.
Thank
We
you,
gotta
thank you.
stand up for Kamala. We
Okay.
gotta rally together.
All right,
Period.
all right. I agree. All right. So it sounds like we're all in favor. I just looked at it. Yes, President Biden has officially endorsed Kamala Harris. Let's go. She's going to prosecute the
We
case.
can't get scared. We
MAGA-
can't cry.
Woo!
We gotta wipe our tears and keep it moving.
All right. RC, Nemo, how are you both doing today? All right. There's a lot going on. Any thoughts?
I just want to say that not to stroke my own ego, but I predicted this on Thursday morning. You can check with Jay. There are receipts for this. I predicted this. I called it. I expected tomorrow, but I said Sunday or Monday.
Fair
Surprised that it was today, but yeah, here we are.
Here we are. All right. Any problems with Kamala? Are you okay with Kamala, Nemo?
Yeah. So there's a lot of moving parts to it, right? So as far as the political side of things, passing up Kamala and like trying to put someone else there would have been a monumentally stupid mistake. No.
Got it.
So that's not surprising at all. Kamala is fine. And they still have access to the war chest because basically people donate to the Biden-Harris campaign when they donate. So as long as she remains on the ticket, they have access to their war chest still.
Okay,
So that part's fine.
Okay, good. That's great
And
news.
we shouldn't have any issues like with legal challenges as well, because that was one other concern. Shouldn't have any issues there because again, Harris is still on the ticket.
Right. Okay, great.
My predictions for a running mate, because this is America and because these are just like factual realities in America that suck but are true. Her running mate will be a straight white male.
Fair enough.
That is what it's going to be. My prediction is maybe Josh Shapiro from governor of Pennsylvania, maybe, or maybe some senator, maybe Mark Kelly from Arizona.
Gavin Newsom
of California.
It won't be Gavin Newsom. That
Why
I can
is he too progressive? You think?
No, I think that so one, there's a small chance that they could run into some legal issues. So it's not like explicit in the Constitution, but there's some unclear wording as to whether or not the VP and president can be from the same state. People have always assumed, it's a common misconception that they're definitely not allowed to be. That's not actually the case. The wording is ambiguous, but that's number one as to why it would be a bad idea. Number
Nemo,
two,
that's insane. He can be a felon, right? There's no provision in the Constitution for a felon to run for president, but there's a provision for people from the same state to be president and vice president. Like, what are we all right
That shit
here?
is crazy.
yeah,
Like, this
yeah.
just does not make any goddamn sense. It's true.
This is America. Hell yeah. Like,
Wow.
we got dumb rules all day, but no, it won't be Newsom because one, because of that, and two, because he's in perfect, like flawless positioning for 2028, and I think that's his plan. So yeah, it won't be him.
Are these other options that you have vetted? Don't we have to vet these people to make sure the skeletons are dashed away and whatever? You know what I mean?
Yes. So Josh Shapiro, he won the race in Pennsylvania for governor in 2022. So I think he's been pretty thoroughly vetted. Something would have come out then. I don't know what the margin was for him, but Pennsylvania is going to be critical this time, which is the only reason I would assume they would take a governor. So
that makes sense.
There's that. And then
We can't have Whitmer. We're not two women on a ticket.
Right.
That's not going to happen in America. Like,
Yeah.
let's be realistic here.
I understand.
people
I'm not completely serious. Yes.
were saying Gretchen Whitmer, and I mean, like, I don't got a problem at all with Gretchen Whitmer at all. Like, sure, that's cool, but again, it has to be a straight white male because of these unwritten rules that there's these moderates that are, they don't like it when things are too progressive. Like, we're going too fast, y'all. That's the same reason that Barack Obama picked Biden to be his VP, to balance out the ticket, because you can only have like one different person on there. So yeah, it's dumb, it's wrong, but that's the rule.
That's why I think it actually that's why I think it would be Newsom if they can quickly get rid of the conflict, if they can just put that to bed and actually say that they can both run together. I think he'd be the most effective spokesperson for her, because I think he's been one of the more effective voices against Trump. I can imagine him debating J.D. Vance and just mopping the floor with him. But I think overall, if you're going to look at it politically, Gavin, he would be set up for 2028 if he and Kamala lose, because he could still be able to run. And if they win, then he's in a position, he can't run against her if she wins. So he would have to wait until 2032, and he would lose a lot of time and not have been in the limelight, so to speak. So I don't know. I'm not so sure that he's not a consideration. But overall, I'm just kind of pissed that this happened, but I'm also not surprised like Nemo. I just think that Democrats could have shored up their messaging over the last year and prevented this, even with the bad debate. So Democrats still have bad messaging. They don't unify the way they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't unify the way they should around people the way Republicans unified around a felon convicted for essay, defamation, fraud. We had a bad debate and we can't unify. So that's my disappointment with Democrats in general. But I'm not surprised that this happened. And I knew it wasn't going to happen before the convention for the Republicans was done. So I figured it was going to be this weekend or this week. But it's still fucked up. But let's just, at this point, we have to go forward. And if Democrats mess around and it's not Kamala, they are intentionally losing. They're sabotaging it so they can set us up for 2028.
Wow.
And fuck them if they do that.
Wow.
And I think the writing
wow.
was on the wall when Sinema and Manchin were like, "Oh, Biden has to step down. You're not Democrats anyways. You never have been. Like, knock it off. Go sit down somewhere." I'm so.
If I may, she can debate Vance and Trump on the stage and tear them both up. But
at the same time.
Here's one of the things that I heard immediately when it got, it was Jen Psaki who announced it, and Tim Miller came up and he said, so here you have a prosecutor against a felon and a woman protecting rights from an old man who wants to take them away. That's a pretty easy case to make for Kamala against Trump.
Yeah, but 53% of palm-colored women still voted for Trump in 2020, okay? Which was 6 points up from 2016. Let's not forget that.
She's going to end up bringing in more of the youth vote than Biden would have, from what they're saying. That's what they're hoping. So I don't know if they're right, but they better be right. And if she loses, I'm not going to blame her. I'm going to blame the Democratic National Committee.
I don't.
Hey, Zeus, can I say something, Zeus? Could
Yes,
I please
sir.
say something?
Yeah. It's an open forum. It's an open forum. We're all free to talk.
I gotta say this. I'm truly ticked off. As a matter of fact, I just came from church today. I thought I had a good day today, and to come and hear what I heard today really sets me back. But the main thing I want to say is that I do not like the way the Democratic Party handled the situation with Biden. This makes me think it was definitely a conspiracy all the time to get him out. Because the mere fact I believe that YT women will not vote for her. It's a funny thing about women. Women have one of the strangest attitudes towards another woman of power. And the same thing looks the same situation where Hillary was set up. The most qualified, the person that had the most experience should have been the president of the United States. And we will not have had 45 lurking and doing the BS that he did. If we're going to make that same mistake again, I believe that people are not going to turn out and vote for her. Listen, let me tell you something. If Kamala Harris is not at the top of the ticket, you can kiss my vote goodbye, and you can kiss all of the black women vote and all of the sororities. You can forget about it. We just handed this thing over to Trump and his cronies.
Does anyone, you know what, Soul Buster, you did bust my soul a little bit, all right? Is there anyone that wants to respond to what Soul Buster just said? Because I agree with the point that if Kamala is not on this ticket, I'm going to take that. I'm going to be very offended. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be offended.
Yeah, it's going to be a slight to black people all over this country because black women single-handedly handed America the 2020 election, and that's just facts. We can look at Georgia. It just is the situation that it is. So by overlooking her is saying that she's not qualified, that what they say about racism in America is true, and that misogyny is alive and well, and the patriarchy is the most important thing, and preserving palm-colored superiority is the most important thing. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was just gonna piggyback off of what both of them, what Queen and Soul said. Yeah, I feel and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of progressive women are absolutely going to be excited about having Kamala on the ticket. I definitely feel that, period. And overall, as far as I understand, like YT liberal women can be absolutely problematic. As far as the MAGA base of YT women, were they going to vote for Trump anyways, regardless if it was Biden or Kamala? Are they going to still vote for MAGA and vote for Trump? Does this change anything for MAGA women? So it's just I feel like we have to really focus our eye on the prize, and it absolutely has to be Kamala. And I completely agree that if it's not, it is an absolute slap in the face. And it's time for something monumental to change.
They had been sending out internal polling requests asking people, would you support Kamala for the last 2 weeks? I've been seeing these things. And internally, from what I'm seeing, from what they're seeing too, is she has polled better against Trump, and then down ballot, she pulls up people more. They were worried because Biden
But
was
so
starting to
did
drag people
Hillary.
down ballot.
But so
So
did
I don't know.
Hillary.
Yeah,
And
but
Well,
listen,
she's still
but
lost.
that's still our
MAGA
fault for not
alone.
turning out ultimately.
Listen, MAGA alone could not win this election. We're counting on the other percentile, the Republican women as well as Republican males that would flip and come to Biden, irregardless of what his condition was. Hell, they voted Roosevelt in out of a wheelchair. Why in the heck you can't vote this man in? His cabinet alone substantiates him in order to be president. I would take the advice, I would take the experience and be on the Biden team any day of the week. But to come with the BS that they did, and I'm looking at all the Democrats that put their name out there, this should have been an in-house situation. This should have never got to the media the way it is. It's taking the focus off of Trump and putting it on us, and that's where we do not need that. We need to go in and kick his behind.
And there's plenty of time to do that. Most elections around the world, they happen much faster than ours. 3.5, 4 months is enough time to get this done. If we just, I mean, it's always been up to us to stick together as Democratic voters anyway. And we didn't enough for even Al Gore and Hillary. And look where we ended up. So if we haven't learned the lesson by now to get out and vote, it's going to be our fault ultimately. It's just, we just get out.
If I may, as politically active Democrats in Michigan, there's no way they're not going to support white women, because I'm 56 and I get involved a lot. They will deliver Michigan to Kamala. I promise. I know. The people, we just went blue totally.
Yeah, we're both here in Michigan, Maureen and I, and we have the most diverse legislature that we have in decades. We have an all women led local government. So I do really believe the same, that we will absolutely put our name on, push the button for Kamala is what I wanted to say.
Yeah,
I mean, even the young kids. My son said, "I hope President Biden goes to the Oval Office and closes his eyes and Kamala Harris is president." I'm like, "Oh, Tony, you make me smile every day."
I think one thing we're forgetting is the way Trump's going to campaign against her. Is he going to be a birther again? It's going to get ugly, and that's going to turn people off, and that'll hopefully help.
Oh,
It's funny that you mentioned that, because that was floated. I think I want to say I saw that like a year ago or something like that with Kamala. That had been floated.
He did
And
that.
I think that Trump floated it.
Yeah, he did that in 2020.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So he has no other modus operandi. You know, this is what he's going to end up doing, and it's going to turn off independent voters the way he's going to react to her.
His racism will eke out as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's been a known racist his whole life. So I don't think it's going to come out and people are going to be turned off by it. And when I initially came up here, I know I was doom and gloom.
Are they going to be turned off by his racism?
Well, I would hope so, but probably not. No.
Well, not the people that are with him, but there are people that are still swayable, and it's going to be small percentages. And that kind of behavior, especially with the contrast of protecting women's rights versus an old man who wants to roll us back to the 19th or even 18th century. It's like, where are we going here? If we don't choose now, we really are going to lose the last 50, 60 years of progress. So
if I may.
Greetings, Zeepak.
What's up?
So you came into my live the other day and you dropped kind of a bomb, remember?
Yes.
And now we are in this interesting moment. What do you got to say? All right, because it's happening now. It's happening now.
So I mean, I as I said, I thought the snowball was too large to overcome. I just thought that there was no way he was going to be able to stop it, and here we are. And he did the right thing by endorsing Kamala. If he hadn't endorsed Kamala, I think that's a problem. I think that's that's going to turn off a lot of people. I think we're going to have a weird convention for sure. There's going to be people that are going to maybe not want to go to Kamala. But I will say this, if we are looking at who can make the ticket better for Kamala, the answer is Josh Shapiro. As I said in your live the other day, it is a Pennsylvania governor, and I think with that state very much in play, it is almost necessary that she needs to pick Josh Shapiro. And so that's who I would be backing. A white a white man. He's Jewish. He's got, we look at these demographics and they are important in elections. Unfortunately, she's going to need somebody like him to, get more voters out.
I'm reading comments. People are saying, my respect is to Kamala, but Clinton has the best chance. Does anyone want to speak to that? I'm assuming Hillary Clinton, right?
No way
as
she
old
picks
as
her.
him, though. I mean, she's in her 70s too, so.
No way
Not
she
for
picks her.
nothing. They can't have two women.
Well,
I don't
especially
like.
Hillary.
Do you not know the country that you live in? First
If
of all,
she
they
was gonna,
dragged Hillary over the coals. They're still talking about Benghazi and goddamn emails. Okay, and eating small human beings in the woods somewhere. Like, be for real right now.
yeah, it'd be Whitmer if they were going to do that kind of ticket. There's no way she'd go backwards to Hillary. We don't want to dredge that shit up
No,
right now.
not at all.
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. That's what some people are saying. What about the idea that the Republicans can basically sue or get this thing tied up in court to force Biden to stay in the race? Any thoughts on that?
What?
Yeah,
I've heard.
so basically, like the theory is that because like ballots are already kind of locked in, that his name will appear on the ballot for some of these in some of these states. Whether or not that's true, I'm not sure. I mean, it's close.
What do you
but
mean by
sure.
locked in? What does that
So
mean?
basically, like the ballots for the general election in November,
Already printed?
they're already printed, or like that is already decided, and so those are the names that will be on there.
This is a first world country. Can we not just redo this shit again?
Yeah,
Real quick one time?
I don't know what states specifically have laws that would make it so you can't change that. That seems kind of ridiculous, especially 3 months out. I mean, I know it's close, but you're telling me you can't do something like that in 3 months in America? Like, really?
Yeah, that's not set yet, from what I understood.
Yeah,
Well, they
because
haven't
like
had
the
the yet,
convention
right?
hasn't happened yet,
Yeah.
so they can't actually. That doesn't make any sense. So I mean, we might see some like frivolous lawsuits as long as there's not like some state that has some crazy law. I think we'll be okay. And even if there is a state that has crazy law, as long as it's not an important one, that'll be okay. Like if it's
And it's
not,
going to be a red small state anyways, like you said.
yeah.
What
Like,
they
if
were
it's
worried about
Arkansas,
was
I think we're okay.
No, bull. It'll be
This
my
had to be
state, the
settled.
state of Florida, with the idiots we got in. It'll be the state of Florida, be one of them.
Problem.
it'll be
Florida
settled
too,
by
Cole. I'm in Florida too.
since it'll be
Thank
settled
you.
by the
Yeah.
convention that it'll be the states that have to know. I think it's Ohio that has to know by the convention, and there's another right after, like within 3 days. So they have to settle this pretty quickly, and it'll be Harris. And then by the time they get to convention, it's all about Harris and whoever she has as VP, and full steam ahead. Hopefully, I don't see how they can really. When we haven't had our convention yet, they can't sit there and try to gum up the works for our own nominee. I mean, if he has a health issue, you can't sit there and say you can't change the ticket. I don't see how they can actually do that with this much leeway ahead. That's why I think they were going to do this before enough in time before the convention, because if they waited much longer, and I agree with Z-Pac that this became inevitable, the way they just snowballed this and they wouldn't let it go. And the Democrats just don't know how to unify the way Republicans have. So it became an inevitable thing.
Well, we're not a cult, so that makes us different, but it also creates problems, right? Like
No, I just meant elected, like the way Republicans elected officials on their side have always kind of stuck together and have the same kind of messaging. We don't really do that well enough. And that's the kind of thing that politically people just listen to, when they're just looking at the party and which one they see as being so-called strong and unified. We don't often appear like, too unified, unfortunately. And it is because we have our own minds and do have legitimate debates about what we want. But when it comes to backing, the main candidates at the top of the ticket, they should have handled this much better. And that's a sign of.
Well, if they just added JD Vance as the vice president, why can't they change the president on the Democrat side for the ticket for voting?
They'll be able
They have to be able to change it.
Yeah. Now that won't end up being.
Hey Zeus, do you feel like there's been a conversation, obviously, like between Biden and Harris, like that he consulted her, and that is she going to want to be the presidential nominee?
Yeah, I'm getting the impression that this was already kind of being worked on and discussed between them. And actually talking to just random people that aren't really into politics, but I'm getting a lot of messages. Someone said, you know what, this is the best thing he could have done, which is to leave, because according to them, Joe Biden just can't talk and walk. These are people that really don't follow politics, but they're very supportive of Kamala Harris. So I think that, with that being said, out with the old, in with the new. Is it too early to say that right now?
No, I mean, we do have to look forward. I think it's onward and upward. I mean, that's the whole thing about this is Biden. We have to really, if anything, if we talk about the past at this point, we have to honor the fact that Biden got us through one of the worst situations we've ever faced, and look how much he's willing to put country first again. He's actually willing to put the betterment of the country, what he sees as, if that's what we're gonna look at this, is him actually willing to step down, is something Trump would never do. There's no way Trump would ever put his ego aside to do what's best for anybody.
It reminds me of what George Washington had, what he did. He could have been a monarch, he could have been a king, but he turned it down. So I think it's probably it's going to go down as probably one of Biden's most patriotic acts ever. I mean,
let me just say this. Yeah, let me just say this too. In 1984, the Democrats tried to do a similar thing with Jimmy Carter when he was not doing very well in the polls. They were unsuccessful, and Jimmy Carter stayed in the race and lost the election in an absolute landslide. Or I think it was, or maybe I'm thinking, who am I thinking of here? No, that was 1980. Sorry.
Yeah.
1980.
So it was Jimmy Carter that you were talking about.
Yeah, it was Jimmy Carter. They were trying to oust him in 1980.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, he stays in the race and he gets destroyed. So now we have a situation where the Democrats did the opposite of what they did in 1980. Not that the time is the same, but it's an interesting, way to look at it. I'm looking at it as a positive more than a negative, because if we tried this before, the guy stayed in the race, lost the election, then maybe we learned from it. Maybe that's what this was all about.
This is great conversation. This is a great conversation, everyone. All right, seriously. I'm going to bring Ange up. Does anyone want to drop down real quick for Ange?
Yeah, I can drop.
I'll drop.
I was gonna say I have my life starts in like an hour.
Okay, all right. But then Diva, it is
my
you.
life starts in an hour, and I need to regroup because I have to get off the. When I first came up here, I was very negative, and just because I'm scared and I was emotional, it just happened. But now I have to pivot on how to talk about this, and
I hope this live helped. I really do. I mean, because
thank you.
We ultimately we still have to give hell to MAGA at the end of the day. We're not surrendering. All right. We're following Biden's leadership in terms of this transition. All right. And I think what was that?
I was just gonna say,
thank you for letting me up.
Oh, yeah. I'll see you later. Probably. I'll try to join you.
I'll
Cherokee,
see you.
be quiet, Cherokee. You stay out of Democrat business. To all the MAGA in the chat, stay out of Democrat business.
Yeah,
and I am as much as this whole situation has pissed me off. We have to be honest, right? Kamala's going to be a much fiercer opponent.
I'm very confident. I'm confident.
So. You're confident, Ange?
I'm confident. I am. I mean, we're going to have to go into the full court press, all of us. Go after Trump. Focus on all his bull at BS that he's done,
She should offer to debate him next week.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying to just stay positive,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that one thing.
So is it like 100%, guys, that since he's endorsing Harris, they're going to put her in the front runner? That's it? That's the decision, right?
With Democrats, nothing's ever 100, but it better be.
Yeah, I don't think it's 100%.
It better be. I'm just real curious to those head, those leadership Democrats that have been starting this bullshit from the beginning.
I'm with you.
How they feel, because I go back to thinking about what AOC said,
I almost
in the
feel like
room.
what they did was make a deal. Was I hope anyway? What happened in the background was he was like, "All right, if I'm going to do this, then you're going to back Harris because the whole point of me
Yeah.
picking her was that she was next in line anyway. So if you don't, I'm going to stay in."
I expect the
So
money to roll in, RC.
I hope
I
so,
don't know.
RC Dub. That sounds like it should go that way. Period.
Yeah, I think that Harris has probably developed relationships with the leadership anyway. Because I mean, like, let's be real, we're talking about Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, right? Like, those were the biggest voices out of the ones. I mean, Manchin is irrelevant. It didn't matter what he said.
Jeffries was pretty well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and yeah, Hakeem Jeffries. So odds are, yeah, they're going to be fine. They're not going to make a big stink about him endorsing Harris. Everyone expected that, right? I think that if Biden had said, "I'm dropping out of the race," and it's going to be an open field, that would have been
A mess.
that would have been a slap in the face of the black community, and would have, even if Harris then subsequently got it, it still would not look good. It wouldn't look good at all. So yeah, no, this makes perfect sense. I don't expect there to be any type of pushback at all.
better not. Yeah, I agree.
I just want to say something kind of funny, like to make light of the situation. Somebody wrote in the chat, "Now who's old?" about Trump.
That's something that I want to do.
Points are made.
Thank
I,
you.
I did want to say, like, I mean, hey, there's this concern now. I'm worried, guys. Donald Trump's really old. Like, he's the oldest guy.
He's so old, right? He's almost 80.
I mean,
What is Kamala, like in her 50s, mid 50s?
Yeah. 59. She's 59.
She's 55. She's 55.
She's 59. We can flip the script.
She look
We can flip the
45.
script now. She's the oldest son of a gun that's running.
Yeah, she's
we
59.
should
No, melanin.
we should troll
59.
Trump with the Jaws
Melanin
theme
in
song.
it.
Holy shit, she's 59.
Gonna
She
need a
looks-
bigger boat.
50 tops.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay, like,
That's that beautiful
She's
skin.
the same age as Leticia James.
I'm jealous.
Black don't crack.
yeah,
Black
That's right.
does not
You
crack.
better say it so, Buzz.
Hey, you got it, Miss Morningstar. Listen, Zeus,
You should see
I'm
my
going to give you
80
this space,
7-year-old
but I had to
woman.
come up here, man, and vent just a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm
alright.
going to tell you now, once again, if Kamala Harris is not at the top of that ticket, you can kiss my you-know-what goodbye and don't ask me for a penny. I'm done. I'm out of here.
You know, I feel the same way, Soul Buster. Seriously. We've been doing all
I'm
this
there,
to save.
too.
We've been doing all this to save our country from Donald Trump and his cult, and you're gonna do this, and you better put Kamala in there. All right. So thank you, Soul Buster. I agree with you. All right, and I'm gonna drop you down, bro, and bring up someone else. Hopefully. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So yes, back to the conversation. So Donald Trump will be the oldest candidate now at this point, right? So far, is that where we're at?
yeah, that's where we're at. It's really concerning to the Republican Party that they would choose to put someone so old and, advanced age and poor health. I think he's really lost a step, if you compare the way that he talks now to how he talked in 2016. I think there may be a cognitive issue. I think that, maybe the Republican Party should let go of the past and perhaps, put someone else up. But, they want to put our country at risk by putting such an old person in office.
I think he's running for pardon, not president.
Sorry?
He's running for pardon, not president.
Oh, yeah. No, he definitely is. Yeah.
How has that not already ended up on a bumper sticker?
If I only could drive.
You should get the royalties for that if it gets printed somewhere.
Yeah, so somebody mentioned it in the chat. Now, I saw this and I didn't confirm it, so I didn't know if it actually happened. But apparently Donald Trump called J.D. Vance J.D. Wentworth.
Yes, he did do that. I did see that.
877 cash now. Yeah.
I thought it was bad when he forgot and he was like, JP, what's that guy's name?
Like, yo, I want my structured settlement. Like, yeah.
It's crazy to me that over all the years that he was president, we all I feel like society had Americans had amnesia and forgot about all the times that Trump.
All right, Trump has responded. You want to hear what Trump says?
Oh,
Kinda.
All right,
We're not ready right now.
Crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run for president, and it is certainly not fit to serve, and never was. He only attained the position of president by lies, fake news, and not leaving his basement. All those around him, including his doctor and media, knew that he wasn't capable of being president, and he wasn't. And now, look what he's done to our country with the millions of people coming across our border, totally unchecked and unvetted, many from prison, mental institutions, and record numbers of terrorists. We will suffer greatly because of his presidency, but we will remedy the damage he's done very quickly. Make America great again. So clearly, Donald Trump thinks he's won. He thinks he won the election.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that does kind of make sense that Donald Trump thinks that he won the election because, an old addled mind like Donald Trump, well, he thinks that it's November, but, unfortunately it's not November. It's July. So it's okay, Donald Trump. We understand that, sometimes you got to take the keys away from grandpa. This sounds like one of those times he thinks that it's a completely different month than what it actually is. He thinks he already won the election, right? And he didn't. And no, I'm sorry, Grandpa. We got to take the keys away. Republicans, why did you nominate an almost octogenarian to be your president? That is a horrible choice, Republicans. Okay.
Yeah,
I think Archie was right though.
So it began.
Yeah, that Joe Biden.
What's going on,
did
Mark
something.
Anthony? What's going on?
Hey.
Hey,
Yeah,
how are you?
Well, it's really conflicted. I'm definitely ambivalent right now because I'm not happy with the Democratic Party who railroaded Joe Biden this way. He did a great job, and let none of you out in the chat in the TikTok world. I know you're a bunch of tweens and young adults and Gen Z and all that, but let none of you get old because you just wake up one day and something starts to hurt and you don't know why.
Yeah.
And it just snowballs from there. One day your lung collapses and you're like, why did that happen? No idea. It's, so I'm not really happy with that, how they're treating him. And, he did an amazing job in the recovery of this country and nobody is really saying it. So, that's what I'm not happy about. But
Are you okay with the idea that he endorsed Kamala? What are your thoughts about that?
yeah, I said it before though, that I'd rather lose with Harris than anybody else. So,
I mean, that's kind of a weird way to
losing with Harris is a risk for.
You mean win? You mean you would rather win?
Yeah, I'm like, what is with this negativity?
We're not
What do you mean
losing.
you'd rather lose with Harris?
Democrats
Don't
are
do
like-
that.
Somebody discuss. Somebody
I
discuss.
didn't say we're losing.
I think you got the
just
words
said,
confused.
I'd rather take the risk than not take the risk.
Got
Right?
it.
I'd rather roll the dice. If
Shay's
it comes
here.
up a 7, it comes up a 7.
Hey, Maureen, I'm going to drop you and bring Shay up, all right, Maureen? But thank you so much. I
If
love
you
you.
need to drop me, Zeus, I can go too.
You're fine. I just
Same
want
here.
to talk to as many people as I can while we can. Deal with this, Maureen. Love you so much. All right. Yes, but Mark, please
Oh,
come
hi,
on up.
Troy. I haven't had you yet.
Please finish what you were saying, Mark. Are you concerned that Kamala might not be able to, defeat Donald Trump? Or who is that? That's a lot of noise.
Shay.
Shay, is that you? Oh my gosh, Shay.
What
Okay.
you doing, Shay?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to worry about the Electoral College. I have no doubt she will win the popular vote.
Got it.
Yeah, it's the states that have a lot of older working class white men: Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. But I think, I think what's a good side is Kamala Harris will now bring out the youth vote and get them excited again to come out and support her. I think having a female president is exciting. There's something to get, and so that we were desperately lacking enthusiasm. You can't have people just, I think I'll have to vote for Joe. No, they're really encouraged now.
Young people are still one subject topic voters, and they're focused on what's going on not in their country. So do you really think that they're going to be excited to vote for Kamala when they're still hanging their hats on
I
the
think there's some
conflict?
of them that will be though. I mean, there's some that are gonna if they're gonna make that their choice, then they don't deserve the democracy in this country that they're gonna lose. They
Agreed.
pretend they're
Agreed.
defending over there. So I understand what you're saying, but I do think that the percentages and the margins are gonna matter, and there's gonna be enough that will be swayed back that would have were kind of given up on the fact that he was polling so consistently, and this is again Democratic messaging, but Biden was the one being polled as he's too old, even though Trump was only 3 years younger. So it was just kind of too baked in. And I think there's some of that just unfortunately superficial narrative that is in the American mind that there are enough people that it'll sway. They're like, oh, okay, be interested again in paying attention to the campaign.
And last thing I'll say, and I'll drop down for somebody else, is I think her VP candidate should be Pete Buttigieg. That's a hell of a diversity ticket. And he's a former military man. He's smart as a whip, can debate with the best of them, can humanize an issue like no other. You should see him on the Fox News town hall YouTube clip where he got a standing ovation from the Fox News audience, where he's able to overwhelmingly, again, humanize issues like, AB and a woman's right to choose. It's amazing to hear him talk.
Yeah, so I'm I'm gonna drop down to personally don't think it'll be Pete, and I mean it's again for dumb reasons. It's because Pete is gay, and it's not fair. It's not right. It's not.
Yep.
Yeah, like don't
just
get me wrong. I love
Exactly
Pete
right.
Buttigieg. He was
is
my
married,
my
right,
third
as well?
my third pick in 2020. I love the dude,
Yeah.
but people are weird, and it's bullshit. It's not fair. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying reality. So I fully agree. Pete Buttigieg would kick the ever living shit out of anybody that he had to on debate stage. So I fully believe that, but unfortunately, that's where we're at. My guess is Josh Shapiro, maybe someone like Mark Kelly from Arizona. He's a senator, also an astronaut, so that's cool as fuck. But
An
yeah,
interesting choice.
it's going to be a straight white male. And we'll probably hear about it, I assume, by the end of this week, we'll hear an announcement.
Yeah.
But I'm going to drop. So thank you for having me, Zeus. Appreciate
All right, Nemo, thank you for coming through. All right. See, this is how it works. It doesn't seem like the panic button has really been pressed because Kamala has dropped out. There are concerns, but it doesn't sound like the overwhelming majority of people that I'm speaking with are worried about Kamala Harris potentially becoming the nominee. Shay, are you there? Oh, Kathy, you got to mute. I got to mute you, Kathy. All right, Shay, are you there? Are you there? Oh, but I think she might be. Hey, I see. Yeah, you have bad connection.
You're breaking up a lot. You're breaking up a lot.
Shay's got the 0.5G. What's happening?
Yes. I'm on live, so what's up?
What about this?
Can you hear me?
We can barely hear you. So Bakari Sellers, he said something. Yeah, we can't hear you, Shay.
The Mercedes?
Honda. All right, hold on. What are your thoughts about this? Bakari Sellers. All right, I'm going to mute you, Shay, because there's in and out. All right.
Because we have work to do. And so I'm going to be on the phone tonight calling delegates, getting them, whipping them up, trying to get them on board for Kamala Harris. I don't think that's going to be a difficult task. And anything else the vice president needs to do, I'll be there. Because right now, Kamala Harris has her work cut out for her. She's running against the oldest nominee for president of the United States in American history. And so when you have this type of change election, when you have this type of generational divide that you have, it's a question of whether or not you want to go backwards with Donald Trump or forward with Kamala Harris. I mean, the man is nearly 80 years old. And so the question is, can he serve another 4 years? I'm not sure he can.
Thoughts.
Isn't that
Perfect. It's just like Nemo was saying.
Right.
Perfection. He's old.
Yep. Definitely. And I want to say this. I'm gonna drop Zeus too. Before I go, I just want to say I appreciate all of you. And listen, to all the men. The men are gonna have to start getting uncomfortable, okay? Because we will have Kamala as our president. Period. And the racists, you need to get uncomfortable too, because it's going to happen. We've had, how many years have we had old white men in office? It's time for a damn change. It's time for something else.
Tiffany, you're correct.
People want change.
Good.
Well, fair enough. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for the people. I really do appreciate it. Yes, it is time for some changes up here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who we got next. All right, Levi, greetings. How are you doing? All right. Kathy, Palmer, I see you both there. It's an open forum. We're just talking. I really thought we were going to be panicking a lot, but I think the Biden way of doing it, announcing it, and then saying, you know what, I endorse Kamala. It's bringing the temperature down quite a bit.
Exactly, Zeus. What I'm going to say is that we shouldn't panic, and I think there's a strategy going on here. They wouldn't be doing what they're doing if they didn't have a strategy. They know exactly what they need to do. Again, we all know Biden's getting old, and he ran to get that idiot out of the office. So, this is why we got to open our eyes and open our arms up to Kamala. We know she's the best one for the job. So again, there is a strategy of what they're doing, and we got to back them up. That's it. I'll be quiet.
No. Fair enough. I was holding off. Oh, sorry, Shay. Go for it, Shay. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Can y'all hear me a little better? Can y'all hear me better? Okay. All right. Real quick.
Yes.
Love what everyone is saying. I know I'm in a loud restaurant. Everything you guys have been saying is on point. I cried a little bit because Joe Biden, and we need to remind people of this. Joe Biden, can you hear me? Because I'm getting red bars.
You're breaking up,
Joe
hon.
Biden is a true patriot. God dang it. All right. Is that better at all?
I can
Am I
hear
still
you.
breaking
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, you're still good. You're good.
Okay. All right. So Joe Biden is a true patriot. He's not a narcissist. This is the complete opposite of what we're dealing with on the Trump side. This man is a true patriot. He truly loves his country. You don't think he wants to stay in? He does, but he knows it's the right decision. I cried for this man because I'm grateful to this man. He's exactly why I voted for him. He's exactly what he should have done. Should he have done it a little earlier? Yes. It's okay. God bless him, and that's the narrative we keep pushing. Kamala Harris will win this thing. She absolutely will. She's going to bring over the votes that people are wanting, and we got to keep pushing the narrative. Now we got an old, dottery, senile, stupid old man over here that caused January 6th and is trying to take women's rights away. Stay on focus. This is exactly what we needed to happen. Y'all, as much as I love Joe, I honestly think this is the right decision. I honestly think that this is what needed to happen. I just wish it didn't happen to him this way because I care about that man. I wish it could have handled it a little bit better, but that's okay. He's making the right decision. So let's stay. I honestly think we're going to win this. So
That's exactly, Shay. That's exactly. Yeah. No, Shay. I appreciate that. Because it's exactly what we need to stand by what his decision is. Right. We said whatever he's going to do, we're going to stand by him. We're standing by him. It doesn't matter. And again, they must have a strategy. Is why they did it now, people. We need to stand by them and be with Kamala all the way through. Everyone's scared right now, and you shouldn't be, because they would not do something that would not make sense. Right, guys? All right.
That's right. That's right. Keep the pressure on these Trump supporters out here, the real traitors.
I think this is the best thing.
Law. Everybody practice her name.
I was about to say, it's not
as in the
Kamala,
comma
it's Kamala.
sentence. It's Kamala. Her mother's name was Shamala. Her name is Kamala. So everybody knows the comma punctuation in the sentence. Everybody say her name right. I love you, but let's go. We gotta say her name right.
That's a brilliant analogy. Brilliant analogy. Thank you. That was brilliant. I love that.
We're gonna get this thing on track, and we are definitely still going to defeat Donald Trump and his MAGA cult. Make no mistakes ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? The fact that Kamala is a woman, I do think,
You talking
considering,
about balls?
yeah, she's definitely, I would say, the right person to right the wrong that has been done by reversing Roe versus Wade. Right? You need a face of this, right? And she's it. So, again, I'm still going to say it. If she's not the nominee, I will be sorely not happy. I won't be happy.
She's the brilliant one. We all know that. She's the brilliant one.
Imagine her debating Trump. That
Easy.
will be remember what she did to Kavanaugh during that hearing? Remember what she did to him?
Yeah, she does her homework.
Terrified. She had him practically crying. She will destroy Trump in a debate.
If she has the same type of debate that Biden had with Trump, where it was turning off the mic and stuff like that, he is going to throw shit at the wall. He is going to melt down. He's going to crash out in 4K in real time, and we're just going to be there to watch it.
He won't debate her. He won't debate her.
No, he doesn't want that
He'll
smoke.
skip
He
town.
doesn't want that smoke.
Absolutely
He knows
won't
what his
debate her.
wheelhouse is, and he knows that he does not have any smoke for her whatsoever.
Yeah.
He
Can I
can't
just say?
out-talk her. He can't bully her. He can't, bombard her with lies that dispel them.
Yes, I'm feeling okay.
Crush him. She will crush him is what she'll do. And he knows that. So again, guys,
So
think
get
about
ready for the
strategy.
insults, because that's all he's going to have is insults. Get ready for the
Yeah.
insults.
Oh yeah.
But think about strategy. This is strategy what they're doing. This is done on purpose, and we got to stand together, band together, and understand why they're doing this, guys. Right? And stay together. Don't fall off the board here, guys. We can't.
No, we don't have enough time, and I just want to, if I may, thank Zeus for letting me up here. I want to come up in your show during the week, but I'm at work all the time. But
all
listen
good,
just
all
about every
good,
day.
all
But I
good.
just wanna
I
say-
feel you. I feel your presence, though. It's all good, my
Okay,
brother.
all right, cool.
But what do you got for us, though? And welcome.
Thanks. I just want to say that much respect to Joe Biden for his 40 plus years of service and being elected as the youngest senator in the history, and then the oldest senator becoming president. I had the honor of meeting Joe Biden in Iraq when I was over there, and ate lunch with him for a few minutes. And I've been a supporter even before that in the '90s when he was and still is the same Joe Biden, where he's like me, and probably like many people in this panel who can't remember names sometimes, And I think as bad as this day is, he was bullied out of it, and the American people and us Democrats and independents and Republicans who were going to vote for him deserve better. And I think his selfless service continues today and will continue till the day he dies. So much respect to him. And we got to get out to vote. We got to pick people up. We got to drive them, whatever it takes. Got to get
Levi,
out to vote.
thank you. I work too. I listen to Zeus every morning. I'm at work with my earplugs in.
Yeah,
we all
that's
do.
right.
We all
All the
do.
time.
We're all engaged, but we cannot let this bring something down, people. We got to band together. We got to stay together, keep it positive, and like I said, there's got to be a strategy. Think of the word strategy, and they did this for a reason. And we know Kamala is the right one.
Exactly.
And we're sending that out there, people. That's it.
Kamala. That's how you say her name, Kamala.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
That's okay. No, it's one of those names everybody got to keep practicing. It's Kamala. But I want to say this.
There's some MAGA demons in my
Us
chat.
as
Keep
the
going.
I'm sorry,
It's
I got
the
rid of one.
I see those demons down there. It's the people. It's up to us. I do not trust I don't trust the Democrats, but I trust the people. I trust us. We are the last and final decision in who wins this race, and it has to be Kamala. It has to be her. It has to be Kamala. It has to be. So I just say we all band together and we push that narrative. That's who it has to be. And we continue to fight through this because we not for the weak. They got the weak one over there.
Exactly.
They got the felon. They got the essayer, the liar, the cheater.
Exactly.
RNC was a
The
fraudster.
actual,
What a clown
yeah,
show
the
that was.
fraudster, the crook. That's who they have over there. We are not based off of that. Yeah, we have some. We have some, and when we have some, we find out who's part of our Democratic Party that's unlawful. What do we say? Take their ass to jail.
Yep.
We don't
Yep.
we don't tolerate that. So we just got to stand firm. And I'm 10 toes, 10 fingers down with Kamala. Kamala. I'm saying her name wrong. Kamala.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yes, ma'am.
I get it. So what else? What else are we going to cover? All right. I mean, so it sounds to me like a majority of us believe Kamala can defeat Donald Trump. She's a prosecutor. I think there's an ad trending right now on X, all over the internet, that shows that she knows exactly how to prosecute Donald Trump. She gets to take credit for the Biden-Harris record, right? I mean, she gets to walk in with and inherit that. She inherits the war chest. I hate this. I mean, looking at it from that angle, it to me seems like Donald Trump is in a lot of trouble right now.
I just looked at a.
That Biden knew what he was doing when he picked her. He knew what he was doing when he picked her.
That's right.
I just looked at the 538 polls where they combine all the different polls. The swing states, she actually has a better chance of beating Trump in the swing states than Biden did last time they polled it.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's
Let's
over,
go,
MAGA.
Mrs.
MAGA, it's
Harris.
over.
Let's go.
Keep the pressure
It's
on.
over, MAGA.
Keep the pressure on. We got it.
Should Trump drop out, though, since we're in the spirit of people
He
being
should.
patriotic and dropping out? Should Donald Trump drop out and focus on all the legal problems he has? And
Should focus on that ear.
Didn't he say he was running? He was only running because Biden was running.
Which year?
Yeah.
Which year?
I don't know which one. I mean, one ear is wrapped,
Yeah.
one ear is not
Yeah,
wrapped.
yeah,
One has
yeah.
a big old
Hold on.
a big old pad on it. The other one has a little band-aid on it. I don't know what the thing is.
Cover.
The hell is going on?
That's great.
you hear that, MAGA?
Why
Donald
was
Trump
it this
should-
big?
Huh?
Yeah. Look at it. That's it right there, Ange. That's it.
Hey, now what party has the old man running now? Like Donald Trump should bail out since that last convention.
We don't want our
speech.
president wearing diapers. I mean,
Right, exactly.
that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Did you guys see when his wife came on stage and he acted like, oh my God, she's right here?
Yeah.
It was so sweet.
Yeah,
Did
what
you
was
see
that?
that?
Maybe I could
Because
start
he ain't
on.
seen
Oh, and
her
that
in
kiss
months.
was so genuine and so loving.
And his kids showed up because someone said that they had to show up.
He didn't even greet Tiffany. He was like, "Who are you?"
I know. I saw that, right? Saw that.
You don't know who she is.
Trump is too old and should drop out. Yes, I agree. I think we should get that trending on X. All right, drop out Don. I think that's what it is.
Drop out Don.
Don the con. Drop out Don the con.
We gotta keep our people calm. Zeus, we gotta keep our people calm. The fact that Biden put the letter out there. Again, it's got to be a strategy. They know what they're doing, and don't panic. Please don't panic, people. Please don't, and stay on board. Stay on track.
Yeah.
Keep listening to Zeus. Keep going with what his track is doing, what the hell he's doing. Zeus knows what he's doing, and these other creators, please, guys.
That's why we got out here and we had to, quell the rebellion, so to speak, if you know what I mean. All right, because initially I was like, okay, what the heck is going on? But like you're saying, there's a strategy behind this, and I do believe Biden is patriotic, and for him to do something like this means he recognized this was the right thing to do. And he has a high degree of confidence that Kamala Harris can actually win this election. And so the fact that now Donald Trump is the oldest, the most crookedest, right? He's the most crooked politician in American history. This guy, the Epstein stuff that has recently came out, now this is all going to be fair game. And Kamala knows this.
And more.
Yeah, she knows Donald Trump's dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, and all the people that are supporting him, they're about to get exposed. MAGA, this is the worst thing you could ever want to happen. This is the worst thing you could ask for.
You're gonna wish Biden stayed in.
Yeah,
Yeah, it takes away all
Absolutely.
their.
Biden is a consummate statesman, right? That's why he tried to stick to the questions on the debate and he didn't go on the attack. But we're not going to, you can't say the same for Kamala. She's going to chew him up and spit him out. And he's not going to know what
They still
happened to
debating.
him. And
Right.
And this is
You know, as
campaign.
black women, you know, as black women, we go for the. I'm telling you, we go down to the gunners.
Yeah.
And this is how campaigns.
You watch and see. Watch and see.
This is how campaigns have always ended, frankly. When somebody's running for any office, they're in it until the hour that they announce they're not. They're always like, I've seen people give speeches where they're like, oh, we're in it to win it. And then hours later they announce, no, we're dropping out.
Right.
So you can't look at the last few weeks as anything but normal politics, especially for a president. They've been lining this up for a little bit because I've been seeing the signs for a little while that they're like, would you support Kamala? Like they're sending out these, floater emails and
Yeah.
Dubs, you guys are absolutely correct. Yep, Dubs. Yep.
And they weren't going to announce it before the RNC to give them even more ammunition. They waited until that shit was done and let that sink in on its own.
Exactly.
And
I mean, I can't
resets
help but
everything.
notice the four-legged wonderful puppy up there
Cadley.
giving loving to everybody. What a beautiful puppy.
He is
Love
so
it.
cute. I love him.
They have no more talking points, y'all. They really don't have any more talking points, so we'll have to wait for a little bit to see what they say.
Right,
Yeah.
because we've been having these conversations and they've been arguing about all the things Biden has done. Now that's no longer a topic of discussion, but guess what? We can talk about everything Trump has done, right? Still?
Have you been looking at the comments section?
What are they saying?
It's basically all racist and misogynist stuff. Anytime they're bringing her
You
up.
guys want to take out some trash? You want to take out some
I
trash?
took out one. They call
No.
him
I'm gonna invite one MAGA demon up at a time.
I've been dumping the trash.
Okay, hold on. I gotta drop
Oh,
somebody.
Teflon Don.
Let me
You need me to drop Zeus? I can drop.
No,
I'll
you're good.
volunteer.
You're good. No,
if you want to drop me, you can drop me.
No. I
still
think this is Kathy. Kathy, come on back, Kathy. But we're gonna take care of some Democrat business real quick. All right, we got some people up here in my sending Zeus a guest request, and I'm just curious about what the heck they want to talk about. Let's bring up. We all know this knucklehead Thor. Thor, what do you want?
Can you hear me?
Yes. What do you want, Thor?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
What do you
I
want?
heard that you guys are having a bad month so far.
No, not at all. Where'd you hear that from?
Oh, I heard it from, I just listened to the news and listened to you guys kind of upset. And I also
Upset?
hearing you guys saying that this is all strategy, and I think that's nice of you guys to say that it's all strategy because, it's what you guys got to do to beef up your opposition. But it's okay.
You sound a little timid.
Thor is a criminal. Thor can't even vote, guys. So I don't even know he's even talking about anything. He can't even vote. He's a criminal.
I beg your pardon? He
Pump
can't
Chip,
vote?
I think you need to relax on your little rhetoric. I am not a criminal.
Pump Chip?
Pump Chip?
Thor,
Do you struggle reading?
Thor, you're not a criminal,
Yeah.
but you're voting for a criminal, so it's the same thing.
Right. I knew this
Thor-
would be a voice of reason.
Thor, did you know that
no.
the best thing your candidate could do would be to drop out now? Because our candidate actually knows how to put
I'm not
country
triggered.
first. Thor, does your candidate know how to put country first? I've never seen him do it.
I remember it wasn't too long ago. You guys were touting
When did
anything
Trump
but
put
Biden,
country
and
first?
you guys
Hey,
were saying
Thor, answer
Biden
my
was the
question.
greatest, but now you
Thor.
guys are saying not.
Thor, answer my question.
It's funny how you guys change.
When has Trump put country first, Thor?
you answer the
Don't
question?
pivot.
Every day.
Don't pivot.
If you look at my
No,
TikTok,
he can't stay
it shows the
focused.
achievements of
Hey,
Trump.
Thor, what do you
Yes,
think
sir.
his achievements for? His inheritance, Thor, inheritance is not an achievement.
You got a lot of
I didn't
background
ever say
noise,
it's
Thor.
inherent.
Thor, you got too much background noise, bro.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh,
what
man.
you're
What
doing.
you doing?
But you know what,
Um,
Thor? I'm going to give
yeah.
you an F, all right? You failed and you got too much background sound. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Thor gets around the booze and shame. Bye, Thor. Come up here when you get your background fixed.
Bye, demon.
All right. Any more MAGA demons want to come up here and have a civil conversation with my amazing panel? All right.
Please, no trash bait.
Don't get in here and start trying to overtalk. I want to hear the
tiny
conversation.
tank top,
I
Tom.
really want. I want to hear the conversations, but if it gets too disrespectful, you get 3 strikes and then you're out of here. Let's bring up the next MAGA demon.
How many are in the queue? How many demons in the queue? A
Oh,
lot?
you got a couple. All right. You know this one. You know this
Oh
one.
Lord.
Ladies and
Smell the
gentlemen, it is a
bubbles.
great day
Smell the
today.
bubbles.
It
You guys,
is.
you
It's the
guys supported elderly
transphobe.
abuse, and I told you so.
It's
The
the
mandate has stepped down.
struggler.
It's okay.
Hey,
It's
why
okay.
are you so?
You
Hey,
guys didn't
Snuggles,
see
can
it.
I ask you
I
a question?
understand.
Snuggles, come on now. We're trying
Snuggles,
to
can
have
I
the
ask you a
conversation.
question?
Go ahead. I know
Ask
you have
a
an emergency
question.
meeting.
Snuggles, let Dubs ask a question.
I haven't had a chance
Okay,
to
go
ask
ahead.
you this before.
Go ahead, because you
Why?
lost. Go ahead,
No,
Archibald.
no, no. I'm just curious. Why are you such a despicable person that you call Michelle Obama Mike?
Oh.
Oh, is that your excuse?
No,
You're
no.
gonna,
I
you're
mean,
gonna go at
why are you
that?
so? Why are you so? Why are you so like?
I'm
It's
just
like
saying.
it's like Snuggles. It's
No,
like
you're just
showing
you're
Snuggles.
finding
Hey, Snuggles.
excuses.
It's like showing racism, bigotry, and
Oh, RC Dubs.
transphobia all in one
I'm not worried
comment.
about your feelings because you
Are
lost,
you
bro.
are you generally a
All your
transphobe
facts are wrong.
in your private life, or is it just political?
Oh
Are you
no,
always
I got a video
transphobic?
up. Why
Do
don't
you
you
hate
watch the video up?
do you hate
2000.
transgender people? Is there some
Why
problem
don't you
you have
watch
with
the
transgender people?
2007 debate that I have
Why
up
don't you
on the
like
debate between
transgender people, Snuggles?
Biden and
Why are you
Obama?
such a bigoted piece
Okay.
of garbage?
No. Why
What's
don't
wrong
you
with you?
watch the debate on
On a
Biden and
human
Obama
level,
and
why are
Clinton
you a
in
rapist
2007?
apologist who supports a felon?
Okay. Can
Oh,
we
there
get
you
one
go.
question?
There
Can
you
we
go.
get
You
one
lost,
You're a
bro.
question at a
rapist
time?
apologist who supports a felon. You
I
should
don't
be
know.
ashamed, but
lost.
that time
You
is
lost.
long past.
You
You're
go in
getting
there. You go ahead, RC Dubs,
Snuggles,
but you lost, bro.
Snuggles,
And
the
that's all I
only
gotta say.
time you've admitted the truth to me was you told
Wow,
me
he
that
got
Trump
cooked.
lost fairly.
He
You
got
admitted
cooked.
Trump lost fairly.
He
That's
got
the
cooked.
only time you ever admitted the truth.
Struggle pancakes.
He got cooked, RC.
Honey
You cooked
buns.
us.
Love the
Struggle
song.
in the weight. Yeah.
Yo,
He's a
struggler.
struggler.
He's a struggler. Snuggle, you got cooked, bro. I mean, if you come up here and tell the
Chat,
truth.
guys, cooked.
Yeah.
Even even today,
Yeah.
Trump couldn't help himself. Even today, he had to lie about the election. Even today, poor little fabric softener.
Yeah. Any more MAGA demons? Any more MAGA demons want to come up and get cooked? All right. We got some of the best chefs
I
on
want to do
TikTok.
some cooking today.
All right. Who's this MAGA demon? I don't know this one. Let's see who this is. Anyone know who this is? Cosmo, whatever his name is.
I'm not sure.
Hey, Zeus, what's going on, Zeus?
Speak. What do you
Hey,
need?
how are you? You hear me okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. As you can tell, we're pretty. We're handling the news that came out about Biden stepping down and possibly having Harris be the nominee very well. I can't complain.
I see your reactions. You all look like devastated, shocked. It's interesting to see your reactions.
Where do you see devastation on any of our faces? Are you okay? Do you need
Exactly.
to put your lens? You need to switch.
When you
lenses?
first, when the news first broke, your reactions were like totally
I
panicked.
wasn't here when the news first broke. None of us were here when the news.
I've
first broke.
never
What are you
seen-
talking about?
Yeah, you guys
How
are.
did you see that?
I was texting my friends.
Oh, hey, wait a second. I got some news. Hillary Clinton has just endorsed Kamala Harris, by the way. Oh, I'm in a bad mood, though. Keep going, Kamala.
That's not good, buddy. It's not good. Hillary's like a two-time loser already, right? So Hillary endorsing anyone is not.
Hey, Cosmo.
Loser,
Can I ask you why the former vice president for Trump didn't endorse him?
Well, that was just bad blood between those two
Oh,
guys.
maybe because he tried to get him unalived. Yeah, that would leave bad blood.
I don't think he did that.
You try to unalive me, it's going to leave bad blood.
Hubs is ready to
Even,
cook today.
dude, even the current VP pick. Hey, Cosmo, did you know the current VP pick said Trump was unfit for office?
He did, and he changed his mind.
Oh,
And so-
because he's a sycophant.
dude.
Yeah, he
So-
just wants power. Are you guys so easily manipulated? Really? That's how fucking gullible you are? Oh, look who I'm
You guys
asking.
are on Earth 2 still. I
You guys
see.
are just sour
A lot
grapes
of Earth
because
2.
Biden.
Sour grapes. You're about to get fucking destroyed in this election.
You think Hillary's going to come to the rescue?
Hillary's not running, dipshit. Catch up with the times.
Endorsing your fucking shithead.
Dude,
Kamala.
do you even know? Are you like your candidate? Do you know what century
Her
you're in?
name is Kamala, sir.
Do you know what decade this is? Do
I'm
you know?
saying her name
Right on
do you-
purpose.
Say her name
Dude,
correctly.
do you even know why Hillary endorsed Kamala? Because she's gonna fucking
Because she's
destroy
a black
Trump.
female?
Dude. Because she's the better
DEI?
candidate. She's the far.
Whoa,
So you only
you?
think? I'm sorry. Do you think Sarah Palin would have been a better VP? Get the fuck out of here.
I think that JD Vance is a good.
I'm sorry. Do you remember Dan Quayle?
Sorry,
Are you
Mom.
old
Sorry,
enough to
Mom.
remember?
Did you
Are
see
you
his
old enough to
record?
remember Dan Quayle,
Yeah,
Cosmo?
Marine.
Was he
He
qualified?
has a 0 record.
Pro forced birth with no
JD
exceptions.
Vance
No.
is all
JD
about.
Vance is a
JD
complete
Vance has a
idiot.
good resume. He has a good resume.
Wasting your
No,
time
he
on a
has a
racist
horrible
He has a
record.
good
He is
resume.
not a good candidate.
Lawyer.
He was in office for 2
Pro-life
years.
with no exceptions.
Yale lawyer.
What has he accomplished in 2 years in office?
Bringing to the table Ohio, and he's bringing to the table Silicon Valley. That's
You
what
want
he's
a national abortion
He
ban.
did nothing for Ohio. Get out of here.
You know what women are
doing.
going to do? We're
You
going to
can't
come out
win.
in
Trump
droves.
can't win the presidency without Ohio, so he needed to bring somebody out there. He got JD Vance.
And they're gonna lose.
There are
because he
Republicans
picked
that are
him too.
not
That's another
going
reason
to
why
be
he's losing.
You like
Beautiful morning, sir. But it's the first time I'm seeing you. Like,
how poorly
tell him.
she polls? Kamala polls terribly.
She actually polls better in
Polls
swing
don't
states
win.
than Trump.
Polls don't win.
Where is
She
this?
actually she
People.
polls better in
People.
swing. Hey,
Not
Cosmo.
polls.
She
No,
polls
understand.
better in swing states than Biden does. She's actually gonna do better than Biden would have. You're gonna wish Biden stayed in.
Yeah.
Listen, I did wish Biden was going to stay in. I was praying and hoping he did.
Dude, but
Yeah,
Right.
because now you have to run against a
Not
BIPOC
vote.
woman, and you don't know how to do
You
that
don't
without
vote,
being
not the
racist,
vote.
misogynistic pricks.
Yeah,
Dude.
you can't do it without being a racist. 'Cause we already heard your
Yeah,
racist
exactly.
comment.
Thank you.
Racism aside, putting my racism aside.
How are you gonna?
Put your
Oh,
racism
putting it
aside.
aside. You admitted you're
Racism
racist.
aside.
Congratulations. Let's give everybody give Cosmo a hand for admitting he's racist.
What a moron.
Really am racist.
Cosmo, that was bad.
Put my racism
Putting your
aside.
racism aside. That's good.
Kamala doesn't poll well.
Is this the best and the brightest MAGA has,
You
Cosmo?
remember? You guys remember when
This is what they send to us, Zeus.
You guys-
This is what we
Bruce
get
Morningstar
every day.
said no home
That-
training. No
No
home
home
training,
training.
right?
remember
Let's
before
Zero
see.
home training.
Let's see how she polls after Trump gets demolished by her in a debate. Let's see how the poll goes. Or is your boy going to puss out and not debate her?
No, he'll
He's
debate
not
her.
going to debate her.
He'll
Let's
hunt
not
her.
gloss.
debater.
Let's not
Oh, he
gloss over
won't
the
debate
fact that
her.
this guy
He
just.
will not debate her.
Crushed by her son.
Hold on. What was that, Levi? What was that?
What's
I just
that,
wanna-
Levi?
I just want to say, let's not gloss over the fact that this guy said that Donald Trump chose JD Vance because he wasn't going to win Ohio. Ohio was going to go red regardless, sir. So that
He
just,
will win
your,
Ohio.
your intellect, and your own party and your own
You're misspeaking, sir.
strategy.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish.
Yeah,
One at a
flawed
time.
at best. And you really should have looked into that because they were going to win Ohio anyway. So
Sir.
I don't know why you think that he chose JD Vance just to win Ohio. It makes no
I
sense.
didn't say that. You're totally misspeaking the whole articulation. Everything that I've
He's
said,
the most racist person ever on the planet.
said to you was,
JD Vance lost him votes. He didn't gain him votes. You watch.
listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you.
Oh, really?
be
It's hard to
president.
listen to somebody with Trump's head when you got your head up Trump's butt. I can't
Yeah.
really understand most of you because none of you make much sense. Do
Putting
you want to
the
explain?
aside-
Hold on. I want to talk about what your candidate did when he was president and why you think he should be reelected. Don't worry about our candidate. Tell
No,
me why
you
you support.
candidate.
Tell me why you support a rapist, traitor, and a felon.
You lost your candidate, bro.
No, please.
Our candidate is going to
Answer his
mop the
question.
floor
Answer
with
his
you.
question. Answer
Candidate.
Dub's question.
Our candidate is Kamala Harris. Why do you support Donald Trump?
He
Why
dropped.
do you support Donald Trump? I'll take Kamala Harris any
Here's why.
day of the
Here's
week.
why. Here's why I like
Why
Trump.
do you support Donald Trump?
Number one, he's Republican, right? That's number
Okay.
one.
So is Liz Cheney.
Oh, that's a rhino big time. Come on, guys.
Oh, is she?
Rhino.
Okay. What's the
Rhino.
differences?
There it
Cosmo.
is. Right.
Cosmo.
Hold on. Let's get it out.
Explain the
Just
difference.
say you're a MAGA, Cosmo.
He's
I
totally
want to know the
Republican.
difference, Cosmo. What's the difference between Trump and Liz Cheney when it comes to Republican policy? How do they differ?
You keep asking me 5 different questions. Let's focus on the
No. It's how is she not a Republican? She supported him on everything except January 6th.
98%.
So you're telling me you can't be a Republican if you don't support January 6th. Is that what you're
There you
saying?
go. There you
You're
go.
a traitor.
her own party. She ate her own, bro.
She actually, like Mike Pence, everything throughout his entire presidency. Hey, Cosmo, like Mike Pence, Liz Cheney supported Trump the entire time until January 6th. Now they're not Republicans. Maybe you guys need to check your integrity and where you
No,
left
they're
it.
not- it's not about
Try
that.
Trump's colon. That's where I probably,
Being
you probably
rhinos.
left it.
You got to support your party, bro, like the Democrats do.
Oh, really? Would I
Right.
support my
Accountable?
party if it Tulsi
What are you
fucking
talking
Russian
about?
asset Gabbard? No, I wouldn't.
Great. Tulsi's great.
Tulsi is a Russian asset, like Tucker Carlson.
No, she's not. She doesn't live in the military
Dude,
complex.
they call on Russian state TV, they say she's
Your party
their
would never put
girlfriend.
her up.
They
I wonder
refer to
why.
her as their girlfriend on Russian state TV.
Listen, the reason why you want Trump, here's the reason why you want Trump. Trump
Why
is
do you want
Republican,
Trump?
number one. He's
I
got
don't want Trump.
God,
ideals.
Why
He's
do
got
you want
Republican
Trump?
ideals. He's helped the veterans, right? Here's what he did for veterans.
He took credit for the Choice Act. That was
How
Obama.
did
And
he help the veterans?
He extended it.
He did not help the veterans, Cosmo.
Biden's done more for the veterans.
Trump
dude.
taking credit for Obama's policies is not an achievement for Trump. Just like the economy and the Choice Act. You don't get to take credit for something Obama did and go, yay for Trump. Fuck you.
Here's how it works. The choice thing came from
Oh, please explain.
right? Right? That came from Obama.
Right.
Trump.
Congratulations on
It
listening.
was
for
in,
a change.
in 2014. It was signed. I got the letter.
Okay, right. We agreed to that.
And who helped him get that done? It was McCain and Obama.
Right now Trump's participation, right? Trump's participation in that is he extended that.
Who gives a fuck? Anybody would have. Congratulations.
I could have extended it. I mean,
that instead of
How-
rejecting
He didn't
it.
create
Dude,
it.
how would it have looked if he didn't? Like going against
Yeah.
HBCUs. If he didn't extend
me finish.
HBCU. Are
Let
you
me
serious? That's your big
them both
that's your big
first.
flex?
No, let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
That's
God,
Trump's
how-
great achievement is continuing an Obama policy?
Well, you're saying that he's doing things for
I
veterans.
love it, RC.
Dude,
I'm curious.
your great
Go ahead.
achievement for Trump is continuing Obama's economy and Choice Act.
No,
What
let
do
me
you
finish.
fucking do, dude?
Right.
Let me finish, dude.
Trying to talk, guys. Levi's trying to talk.
Will you
All
tell
right,
us
here's-
how that affected you, Cosmo, personally? How those bills affected you personally?
Yeah, all of the veterans in my family and all of
Wait,
the veterans,
You personally, you.
all of the veterans in my family and all of the veterans I know around me, and their lives.
Because you're speaking on behalf of veterans.
Right, as I should.
So as a veteran, I'm a veteran. So I want to know how it affected you personally. I don't know if there's any other veterans on the panel.
Anybody that's in my family that was a veteran.
No, I'm a military mama. I don't get to use
Which
that.
benefited my
Levi's
family.
been in. Shut your mouth, Cosmo. Shut
I
up.
just want to know how it affected you. If it didn't affect you
Jamal
personally,
is done.
we probably should switch subjects because it affected me. I could tell you how positive it affected
But
me
look,
as far as what
Levi.
Joe Biden has done.
Levi, listen, because you're a veteran and somebody isn't, doesn't mean they can't debate about the issue.
No, I'm not debating. I'm just asking you a question. I'm just asking you a question how it affected
Hey,
you.
Levi, the way it works is just because you're a veteran and somebody else isn't doesn't mean they can't answer questions the way a veteran.
Patriotic of you.
You can't.
You can't answer it. Otherwise, you can't answer it.
You know what?
Let me finish. Let me finish. But Trump also
finish.
Trump
You
also
gotta
got
begin
rid of
with answering the question first.
Trump also got rid of all of the debt. The students
Is that what you say to your wife? Let me finish.
Oh.
Subject.
No. I want to hear what
Hold on,
Cosmo
let me
is trying to
finish.
say.
Hold on, let me finish.
Cosmo,
You
what
said
did
he
say?
got rid of what debt?
Hold
student
on.
loan debt for the veterans. Look it up.
He got rid of what debt?
Student
All-
loan debt for the veterans is what he said.
He zeroed it out.
I'm gonna have to look into that because you guys have been against Biden getting rid of student loan debt, so I don't know if that I believe that.
veteran.
Time out.
Levi said time
I
out.
say time out. Time out.
Time out. What student loan debt do veterans have?
Some of them have debt, student loan debt.
Okay, well, so those
And he
people
got
who
rid
have
of it.
student loan debt didn't participate in the Montgomery GI Bill, nor the
You're
post
trying to
9/11, excuse me, post 9/11 GI Bill. So if they joined like myself, I was very fortunate. I was able to use both because I reenlisted after 9/11, so I used both. But I'm just curious what federal funded college debt. What was the bill first of all? That will help me out, and I'll go look it up.
I don't know what the dollar number is for the
What's
bill,
it called?
but if you
What's it
go
called?
on Google and you look it up, you'll find that Trump's policy on student loan debt for veterans was eliminated. He eliminated their debt, any federal debt.
No,
They had for
that's
student
not
loans.
true. That's
Check it
not
out.
true.
I'll look it up.
Was by, it was
Just
by
Google it.
executive order. So
Just
there's
Google it.
no
So those are
way.
those are two reasons, right? The extended choice, he eliminated student loan debt for veterans. And here's what else he did. This is great for veterans. He also made it easier for veterans to assimilate into the civilian workforce, right?
Levi's How are you telling a veteran that?
You're not. You're trying to say something to a veteran that's Levi?
Assimilate,
Oh my goodness.
assimilate into the workforce.
Assimilate.
I've been in the workforce. I've served 16 years. I'm actually medically retired, and I think I assimilated pretty well. I'm working on year 18 as a EHS director. So
good for you.
What do you mean by that? Yeah, what do you mean by assimilate into the workforce?
Explain, sir, Cosmo, because
Here's
you're
what I
talking
mean.
to a vet, and you're not.
Hey, listen, you got to stop with this. It's like I'm talking to a woman and I'm not. Okay, stop making these analogies that are ridiculous.
You're an idiot.
Jeez, are you all right?
You okay?
Are you
You're not a veteran. You're not a veteran, so
That
you
was a
can't.
nicer way to say it, Toy. I'm like,
You're not a veteran. You're opine on the situation.
Talking
You're not a
about.
veteran, so you don't know. That has nothing to do with it.
I have no idea.
there are
Policy
people in the
does not
comment section
embarrass
that don't even know what a GI Bill is. You guys are freaking idiots. Just stop talking.
That's not the topic right now. Stay on topic, Ange. Why
What are you
aren't
talking about?
Don't talk to her like that.
you
Don't
keep
talk to her.
jumping
Yeah.
off?
I would mind
You know
if
what?
I'm sorry.
Guess what? There you go. How do you like
Yeah,
that?
and-
I love having control over conservative men. Shut up.
But how about we stay on the topic of
Love you.
Yes,
Stay on
you
topic.
don't get, hey Cosmo, you don't get to pretend to have credibility to care about veterans while you support Trump.
Exactly.
100%.
He called
All right,
them
guys, I
suckers
gotta
and
go.
losers.
Let me leave you. Let me leave you with these lovely words. I love all of you. Kicking ass. We've got this in the bag. Honestly.
Yes, we
Love you,
do.
I
Shay.
love Joe.
Love you,
He
Shay.
knows what he's doing.
All right, take care,
He
Shay.
knows what he's
Right.
fucking doing.
Yes.
We got this. Because we're just
We
gonna
do.
keep talking
Yes, you
that
got
narrative
this.
about
All of a
it.
sudden,
You
you
know,
got
hey Cosmo, fuck off. I'm not talking to you. Shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that shit.
what I'm saying is, yeah, I know you don't understand a strong woman fucking talking to you. Shut up.
Nope. So I got
bitch,
this.
shut
What I
up.
have to say is very imperative. And all of you, I love you. We've got this. I'm proud we elected Joe Biden in 2020. It was the right thing to do. He's stepping down.
Right.
It's the right thing to do. God bless him. He's a true patriot. He truly cares about this country. He's not in it for himself. He picked Kamala Harris for a reason. He's backing Kamala Harris for a reason. We are going to nail this because all we can run
Yes.
on is he's old, has dementia, can't speak, can't fucking work out, doesn't know who the hell his vice president is, JD Wentworth. What the fuck? Anyway, we will win this. Let's keep on message.
Yes.
I love all of you. Let's
Yeah,
get going.
just gonna.
We got a strategy. We got a strategy. We don't know what it is. Thank you, Shay.
Kamala's a
Thank you.
veteran too. Kamala's a veteran too. You're right. She's gonna win for you guys. You're right.
Hey Cosmo,
What are you
why
even
don't you
talking
care
about?
that Trump denigrated POWs and said they were
He don't
suckers
know
and
what he's
losers?
talking about.
Why don't you care?
Hi.
He ran.
I don't know
I
what.
actually didn't. Shay,
He's still there.
had,
You look at the
this is what I
transcript.
had control
He said it.
Oh, he's right
over
there.
who to
There you
bring
go.
up.
Now
Cosmo.
you below me, Lord.
He does.
We
Dubs.
gotta
Why
gotta
don't you
spray
care?
this thing,
Why are you
Zeus.
such a hypocrite? Why don't
Zeus,
you
do you
care?
have some bleach? We have
If it had been
spray in
Obama
here.
or Biden, I would have dropped Obama or Biden. If Obama had said that about McCain, much less people who were captured, he would have never won. And you know that.
Let's.
Well, let's what? Let's go on. Obama never could have cheated on 3 wives with porn stars and had to pay them off to stay quiet before an election and still been elected, much less brag about assaulting women, then get found for libel and defamation. Are you telling me the whitey Americans that support the orange man would have supported Obama through that? Fuck off.
Exactly.
The white tea people.
I just want to say that Cosmo was partially correct. Donald Trump did do that for about 25,000 totally and disabled veterans.
Levi has a hand up.
Thank you, Levi.
Yeah, I'm speaking. So it's roughly about 25,000 veterans, which is still a good thing. But please do me a favor. Don't say veterans. Make sure you say totally and permanently disabled veterans. Because when you say veterans, that means all veterans. It doesn't mean just a select group. So thank you.
Okay. So you see, guys, Trump did do stuff for the veterans. You keep saying he didn't do anything for the veterans. He did do stuff. And then you're telling me he doesn't. And then your guy looks it up and he's like, well, okay, he did. So it's not like Trump is so bad. You try to like demon.
No, Trump is that
He's a
bad.
great
No,
person.
Trump
bad.
is a
Horrible
100%
person.
bad.
Trump is
Trash.
terrible.
He hasn't
He's
been
a traitor.
great.
He is a demon.
Cosmo.
He is awful.
He hasn't
Cosmo.
great.
You've listed two.
Seriously?
He
You've
hasn't
listed two
been
things that.
Cosmo.
Hold on, Cosmo. You
So they
listed
can
two
be
things. What else do you have, Cosmo? What else do you have?
As far as what?
What were his achievements besides what you've listed? Because
Okay.
frankly,
Okay, you ready? I got a long list here. Okay, do you know
yeah,
what?
say something about the economy. I dare you.
Okay, do you,
Oh, please
okay,
do.
well, let's go. Let's touch on the economy.
You're
You
done.
want to touch on the economy?
Before we get into the
Wait
economy,
for it with Dubs. I'm telling you, wait for it.
before we get into the economy,
Cosmo,
yeah,
before we get into the economy, what? You want to sound stupid on something else first?
I didn't sound stupid on the veterans issue. Why are you saying
Dude,
that?
so far, I'm sorry. As soon as you defend Trump, you sound stupid, in my opinion. But let's move on. You want to talk about the economy, or what else you got?
Emotion. You're so.
It's not emotion. I'm about to wreck you with subtraction questions. So let's move on. I'm going to do math, and you're going to get mad at subtraction. So let's move on.
Let's do math right now. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
How many jobs did Trump create in his first 3 years?
Let's be like I said.
How many jobs did Trump create in his first 3 years?
Before
something to
or
say.
post-pandemic?
The first 3 years is
Hold on,
pre-pandemic.
Dubs.
Do you
Toy,
need
did
a
you say
calculator
something?
and a calendar?
Post-pandemic, my
Do
friend.
you need a calendar and a calculator?
Gentlemen, hold on 1 second, Dubs. Toy, did you say something?
Cosmo was saying something before he was going to talk about the economy, but I guess he got.
Yes, I want to say that. Thank you. All right. Here's what I was going to say. Before we get into the numbers about the economy and jobs and jobless rates and all these crazy numbers, right? Let's make sure we factor in properly the pandemic.
Oh,
RC is definitely going to do that. Don't
We
worry
can
about
do
it.
that.
That's going to be
so,
easy work.
So
He's
if you
gonna
look at
rinse
Trump's
you right
numbers,
now.
right? So if you look at Trump's numbers, right, on his employment numbers, you're saying that Biden's numbers, excluding the pandemic under Trump, right, putting that aside, not including that, you're saying that Biden's numbers roast Trump? Is that what you're saying?
So, yes.
Let me see the source of that. Where's that source? Crickets.
Oh no. Dubs got this. Dubs got this. Just
Rick?
wait.
Maybe. You guys are devastated from Biden dropping out. You should be happy.
Why should we be happy?
It's sad that he dropped out because he's
And
an
why
old.
do you keep saying devastated?
Right.
We are not in a cult, bro.
Can you guys hear me?
You know that the First Amendment supports cults, just so you know. The First Amendment.
Cosmo, can you
supports-
shut up?
Shut it.
Cosmo, for some reason my mic didn't work for a minute, but just
I
listen,
might have done that.
okay?
That's good.
Listen, please, for a second. Do you know how to find the Bureau of Labor Statistics?
Yes.
Okay. If you can prove Trump created more jobs in his first 3 years before the pandemic than Obama did in his final 3 years, I'll delete my account right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't even believe you're bringing Obama.
Be careful your
Talking about
answer.
Biden.
Cosmo, no, we'll get to Biden. I'm talking about the before the pan. Hold on, Cosmo, shut up for a second. I want to know if you can tell reality. Is 2014 to 2019 a comparable time frame, 3 years each for Obama and Trump? No recession, no COVID for each man,
No.
right? Why isn't it comparable?
It's not apples to apples. You're not comparing Obama or Barack.
There's
to
no recession in 2014 to 2016, correct?
What you can do.
Cosmo, no. Is there a recession between 2014 and 2019? Was there a recession or a pandemic between 2014 and 19?
No.
Right. So it's 3 years each, comparable time frames. Obama kicks Trump's butt.
It's a different president, bro. We're talking
It's
about
okay. So you're not gonna just acknowledge that Obama is the reason Trump had a good economy?
Absolutely not. Every president that wants.
Okay. So let's go over this. Hold on, dude. What was the unemployment rate when Trump took over?
What was the unemployment rate when Trump took over? It's probably pretty high.
Oh my God. It was 4.7%. It's below 5%, which is a point and a half better than what Romney said. Romney said if he had beaten Obama in 2012, that we would have got to 6% unemployment. Now, I'm sure Republicans would have kissed his ass for that. Guess what? Obama got below 5%, and you guys pretend it didn't happen. You don't even know the number. Hold on, Cosmo. Cosmo, shut up for a second. The fact that you didn't even know the unemployment number and you're kissing Trump's ass shows me you don't know anything. The unemployment, Cosmo, the unemployment rate when Trump, Cosmo, you might learn something if you listen to somebody who knew more about this than you do. You didn't even know the unemployment rate. Now, let me give you some more information. The unemployment rate was 4% when Trump passed his only major policy, trickle-down tax cuts for the wealthy, including himself, and a 14% tax cut on corporations. That also didn't trickle down. Median income did not suddenly shoot up. It was the same rate under Obama's final 2 years, $6,000. It's actually more than the rate under Trump's first 3 years. Now, unemployment was what, from 10% to below 5% under Obama? And you guys kissed Trump's ass because he lowered it 0.5%? 0.5%. He went from 4% because he passed his tax cut, passing trillions into the debt, and he got to 3.5%, and you thought it was a fucking miracle. Biden inherits the worst situation in a century with the pandemic and another economic disaster. And after having practiced the first time with Obama, has another economic recovery. And he surpasses 3.4, gets better. Unemployment for everybody. The lowest unemployment for Black Americans ever. And you guys used to brag when it was Trump, when again, he inherited trajectories from Obama and Biden where unemployment in the Black community was cut by over 9%. And you guys didn't applaud, and you gave the orange guy credit because what? He inherited daddy's money and Obama's economy, and you pretend that's an accomplishment? My dog could have inherited Obama's economy. My dog could have inherited that economy, and I gave you a challenge about jobs numbers between those years. I gave you a challenge between jobs numbers in those years because they're equal. I'm being kind to Trump. You want to include 2020? He left office with the worst job record ever. 3 million jobs lost. 3 million net jobs lost. He lost net total 3 million jobs that Biden had to get back and then add to. Now, in 2 years, Biden created 6 million jobs post-pandemic. That's averaging 3 million a year. Trump created 6 million in his first 3 years. That's 2 million a year. So miss me with the fact that we need Trump for economic policy. He's already surpassed everything Trump ever promised. Trump promised better GDP. He failed. He promised more job creation. He failed. He averaged 43,000. Shut up. He averaged 43,000 fewer jobs per month compared with Obama. And then Biden came in and beat that number. So you got no leg to stand on. You didn't even know the unemployment rate. You bet you don't know that Trump's best GDP was 2.9. Biden doubled that. So you should be kissing Biden's ass. Biden has better unemployment rate, better GDP, better job creation, better stock market rate. He even beat Trump's oil production. Now fuck all the way off and keep going.
You're conflating Obama.
Oh my God, his dog watch your ass. Oh my gosh. You need to pay him attention.
Let him reply. Let him reply. Let's see. Let him reply.
First of all, he's conflating, and I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to say, hey, look, let's take the pandemic out of the equation by comparing Obama's track record to Trump's track record, right? And eliminating Biden completely because he knows.
I didn't. I just gave you Biden's numbers. Are you? I'm sorry. If your head's so far up Trump's ass that you can't listen to me, then you should just drop because we can't have a conversation.
Okay, I'll drop.
If you want to have this conversation, pluck your head out of Trump's ass, clean his shit out of your ears, and maybe you can hear the math that I just gave you.
You got to stop talking shit like that.
I gave you fucking data.
You're too
you
emotional.
Can't prove wrong. Cosmo, I gave you data. I gave you data. You can't prove wrong.
Dude,
if you could prove me wrong, I'll delete my account. If you can prove Trump created more jobs in his first 3 years than Obama's final 3 years, I'll delete my account. You'll never hear me on here again. Can you do that? Can you prove Trump created more jobs than Obama? No. So fuck off.
On apples to apples, you can't either.
I can. 6.5 million is less than 8.1 million.
You're talking about the pandemic.
Cosmo, I'm talking about between 2014 and 2019. You've already acknowledged there was no pandemic. Cosmo, was there a pandemic between 2014 and 2019?
Let me just.
Everybody else, please. Everybody else. Cosmo,
I think we're at a
Cosmo,
point now.
Shut up for a second. I want to ask you one more time. Cosmo, Palmer, please. Everybody, please. Calmer. Cosmo.
Go ahead.
Was there a pandemic or a recession between 2014 and 2019? I'm going to ask you again.
Sorry, Dubs. Go ahead, Cosmo.
Let's say about that.
I'm being nice to you, dude. I'm using a time frame between 2014 and 2019 before Trump fucked up the pandemic. We're not even going to talk about that. We're not even talking about his atrocious personality, his libel for essay, defamation, and fraud, his 34 felony counts. I'm just using economic data, and I'm fucking still destroying you. Trump
You can
supporters,
unmute. I've invited you to unmute.
you never know what you're talking about as Trump supporters because that's a prerequisite. You can't understand things and be a Trump supporter. All of you got into politics because you fell for a fake populist grifter who rips your pocket when you bend over to kiss his ass.
He ran.
Yes.
Dumbasses.
Dub's great. Dub's great. Mm-hmm.
Dub's cooked. You're cooked, Cosmo.
What I was going to
I'm not
say is
instigating or anything.
we're overcooking him and he's going to be burned eventually. I went and grabbed me some bacon because RC Dubs made me hungry for some burnt bacon. So thank you, RC Dubs. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. I'm in a mood if you can't tell, but
No,
thank you
I
for
can
indulging me.
tell,
I appreciate
Not
it.
at
Thank
all.
you, Zeus. Where's Zeus? I'm
He's on
sorry,
a call.
Zeus.
He's on a phone call.
Maybe I should walk my actual
We can
dog
do
now.
we can do whatever we want. We can swear and everything, Dub.
All right. Oh, I did. That's why he let me. There's no lightning bolts because all the swearing I did. I'm so sorry.
No, he's on a call.
Dubs, I didn't mean to interrupt, but he was pissing me off. I love you. I'm sorry,
No,
sweetheart.
I'm sorry, Palmer. It throws my train off, and I appreciate it, but I'm like, I want to get him back to.
Are
He
there any
already
friendlies
admitted.
that want to come up?
He already admitted what I was right about. We're talking about a comparable time frame. You know, it's like you guys just. Oh.
Thank you for the gifts, guys. I appreciate it.
I love all you guys. I mean,
Yes.
and with all you guys do, you guys understand what you guys do is so hard. And again, that's why I keep saying it's a strategy to what's going on right now, and we really don't know what's going on. But we got to keep the positivity going, and it's what y'all do.
I don't know who this is, guys, so I don't know if it's a friendly or not.
Okay, I'm indigenous and a Key Verdean, so I appreciate our white people, sticking out for us, and y'all are. I love y'all.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you. Mason, welcome. Mason, you
Can
asked
you guys
to come
hear
up.
me?
Yeah, you asked to come up. What's up?
Hello. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I just wanted to say I love your show and I watch you guys all the time, and I love the education and everything. You guys do really great work.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody up here does shows, lives, whatever we're calling them these days. I think
It's just crazy to
Queen
me.
goes on at night. Do you go on in the evenings?
You won't.
Yeah. Queen goes on in the evenings. Dubs is kind of, I don't know. Dubs just goes on, gets pissed off at somebody and wants. Levi is on. What are you? You're mostly weekends, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna, as we get closer, probably starting tomorrow or today, I'll go on every day. Probably in the evenings, West Coast time, just because of everything that's going on. It's going to be hard for folks who don't pay attention to politics to keep up. So I would like to try to keep up and spread the word. So it's typically every day I'm sorry, 6 o'clock Pacific time.
Okay.
And in the weekends, it's 11 o'clock Eastern time.
And during the week,
8 o'clock.
I'm on Monday through Friday, about 8:15 to 9:45, so I don't cut into Zeus's time. Levi's kind of my official, unofficial co-host. He comes in first. Zeus is back. I was promoting our lives. Go ahead.
All right, I'm back. Are we done? Are we done? Have we cleaned house, ladies and gentlemen?
I think so, yeah.
Cooked.
Oh, okay, good.
Yes,
Look at all these people up here. Oh my God, Nutty's here. Did you guys talk to Nutty? Oh, we're wrapping it up. I see. All right. Oh, Bam.
Oh, look at Trash Bait. Oh, no, it's not.
What is Bamba trying to say? All right, and then I see our friend Nutty is here. What does Nutty want to say before we wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm getting phone calls out of the wazoo. It's getting crazy. All right.
I bet.
Hi, Nutty. I'll let you go first.
Well, Nutty might not be working because of his connection. It looks like Nutty has a terrible connection. Well, listen up, Bam. But what is it?
Guys, stop and think. What does this do for Joe Biden?
It solidifies his legacy.
Yep.
No, more. We
Or
haven't even seen his legacy yet.
Does he get to finish doing whatever the heck he wants to do before
You
he gets out of here?
imagine Netanyahu, right when he announced, escalated the war. You know what?
What's that?
Man, he doesn't have to worry about how anybody's going to vote.
Bama,
He's going to be able to do business, and you know what? He doesn't have to worry about. He is the strongest president we've ever had right now. Right now.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. He is going to. You're going to see him. Oh my gosh,
Dark
this is
Brandon.
going to. He is going dark. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, but Bama, we think there's a strategy of why what's happening, what happened.
I think so.
They know what they're
You're
doing.
right.
They know.
I think you're right. I think this has had a major influence on this. How he's got his hands full.
Right.
His hands are so full right now, and he's going to be able to deal with this. And he's got 6 months to make sure that he dealt with it right.
Yeah, and also too with Harris, knowing what the public knows about her and are going to agree with her.
Yep.
Again, this is a strategy. They, of course,
us females are going to take over.
Yeah, and knowing the Project 2025 and what that disgusting crap is.
And it's all mixed. We're just a bunch of females, and I'm telling you what, this world. You know what? I suspect the women around the country are going to be marching for Kamala Harris.
Yes,
it's going to be global, guys.
I don't want anyone to get worried.
Yeah,
I'm going to drop so you can get going. I know you're taking a bunch of calls.
All right. Well, have a great one, everyone.
Yeah,
I'm outta
thanks
here.
for
See you
listening.
later.
It's going to be great.
Thank
you, Zeus.